Memphis Wrestling last week was rather good. As you know, I usually get to it around this time. There's a new episode tomorrow. But I did like this from the moment that the family came out to get annoyed as they usually do with their kind of general, we run this place, you don't know, do you? However, what they were saying was that they wanted to, last week I think it was, they were saying they wanted to look at the tag team titles. So we've got the Young Goats back. They're not called that now, of course. Aaron Roberts, Zay Washington versus Special Forces. I'm not massively keen on Special Forces, but this was rather good. In that Zay was managed a little bit by Jason of Special Forces, who then hammered him a bit. Aaron hit a slam, Justin fought back. There were some shots and a Poison Rana, it looked like. Hurricane Rana, you know, Poison Rana by Zay. Then they tried to a double superplex on Aaron, but Zay came over to help, hit a power bomb, an exploded suplex, and then Aaron finished it with, well, you could call it a plunge or you could call it a leg drop off the first rope, it looked like, or second rope, for the pin, and it weren't bad at all, as I say. What wasn't, well, it was all right in that it had a bit of febrile energy to it. It was the Rumble before the Trail. So they're going to have the Rumble on the Trail, they're going to have a Super Show, and the person who wins this Battle Royale, if you will, was going to get a match there and a shot against Psycho Simon, I think, the as he calls himself, the Heritage Champion. So, Shocker's in first with one of the Disorderlies. Very, very quickly, Disorderly 2 trips him and comes in, and they both work him over. Wonder Boy then is out to take both of them on, of course. Then out comes Tony Dabbs, who you know is Dakota Dabbs' parental advisor, who's in this Battle Royale as well. His dad. And he's mainly EPW, you know, out of Mississippi. I-double-S-I-double-P-I. And he gets lots of people out, including Wonder Boy, Dakota Gage gets thrown out, seven Cruz, gets several people out, and we finish with Shocker and Cruz and Dabbs. Cruz, I think Dabbs throws Shocker up, and then Cruz thinks he's thrown Dabbs out, who lands on the apron, celebrates, and Dabbs throws him out, gets a title shot. Well, hang on, he's not really a Memphis Wrestling wrestler, is he? He wrestles for a different organisation, doesn't he? Well, it's all very well and good bringing people like Eli Knox in, which is great, and Marco Harris, double great, but should he really be getting a title shot? And very quickly, they show the screenshot of them together. Somebody must have done some very quick graphic work, that's all I can say. But it's weird because he's getting the title shot. He's not winning this title, is he? Because he's not part of Memphis Wrestling. I think we know where that's going. A bit weird. What wasn't weird was, the promo from Akari Candy and Jay Webb, when he rips up a picture of Akari Candy, because he thinks that she's going after Wonder Boy, you see, who is a superhero, so yeah, brings its own problems, but, you know, Lycra costume and all that. Even though he doesn't wear those Lycra, just wear it. Now, LA Hustlers versus the Business Dogs. It is I'm not a massive fan of the Business Dogs, but I am of the LA Hustlers. However, this was rather good. Even though this Hustle Hard match with Falls Count Anywhere started out in the parking lot, and you know you've got James Ellsworth with the LA Hustlers, and against two of the Business Dogs, Tim Gride, little homie Lance, yeah, and they fight in the car park first, then by the entrance door, then in the entrance hall. But really all they're doing is shots to each other, so it's not really anything exciting. No one picks up a carafe of wine or anything and smacks them over the head, or a broom or something. There's a kendo stick shot to Tim Grind from James Ellsworth, and then the LA Hustlers are back in, all excited and celebrating. Shouldn't really, because they're attacked from the back by the Business Dogs, and then Ellsworth takes a break by the commentary table to say that he's protesting because Falls Count Anywhere, that's what it is. Lance does hit a nice spine buster actually, which he's not really credited with, which is great. I mean, unless it was his dad, I don't think it was. And then Ellsworth gets no chin music from behind Tim Grind, but out comes Zaya Wolf. He's celebrating, doesn't see her. There's a low blow, twig and berries, both smacked by that forearm, which Ellsworth really sells well. And then Zaya Wolf gets a ginormous chain, according to Dustin Starr, drops Ellsworth, and Grind, she goes for the pin, but Grind, who must I mean, I suppose she's not really in the match, so she can be allowed because there's no DQ, but she can't really get the pin. So he sees that, gets the pin, makes sense, really nicely done. Now, Ray Ray versus Vachon. Here's another big simmering enmity. Oso is there, who's Vachon's manager. They fight first, not wrestle, they fight. They battle in the seats. Afanis has to put his foot up, and the shoe is used to a trainer, very nice, actually, as Dustin says, fairly new looking trainer, as a matter of fact, to smack Vachon Harvey's head into. Oso gets a choke. Harvey takes that as an opportunity to get a clothesline. It's a very nice Ray Ray blockbuster. It's not called Ray Ray now, is it? Ray blockbuster. When he goes to the top, though, for his strange torpedo-like splash off the top for his finisher, he's crotched by Oso, but then comes back for a destroyer or code red. It looked like both of those things to me. And then a nasty backdrop, actually. It was a bit weird. Vachon Harvey had him on the top and wanted to bring him off the top, but they'll bring him off the top, don't get too excited, to get him off the top. And I suppose he didn't think what move he was going to, so it was like a sort of belly to belly off the top. He ended with a sort of elbow to the mat that didn't really work, and although it looked a bit brutal, it looked a bit clunky as well, to be honest. We've got the I've hit my manager by mistake for Vachon Harvey, and then Ray gets a drop kick and that strange torpedo-like splash for the pin. It weren't bad, and actually ending with this, they're coming to fruition really well, these angles. Really well done by Memphis Wrestling. They've got Jimmy Blaylock out, who wants King Cobra to fire the big mains because of the work they've done, the nastiness they've done, particularly for Ray Collins. They went all the way on his back, and apparently he got a broken back. I don't think you can really trust the veracity of what Jimmy Blaylock says, to be honest. But it's quite nice. The big mains are out. Jimmy actually legs it. The clique are all out there. Well, actually, it's Kale and Jay Smooth. John Dalton deals with Smooth, picks him up, and just runs him into the ring post. Tuma smacks Kale. The security stops them attacking Jimmy, which the crowd are a bit about. Kale suplexed, and then they fight together. Kale is powerbombed. Smooth is speared. Coach Pillar will not allow them to make an exit through the bad guys' locker room. They could go through the good guys' locker room, but there's more trouble there. So the great thing is that Jimmy legs it to the outside with his Secret Service, who grab the driver of a limousine, pull him out the seat, get in and drive off. That's a fantastic way to end, and it is like Memphis Wrestling of the past. Really well done, this. I mean, they didn't push, they didn't have to over-egg anything, because these angles are doing really well and they're coming to fantastic boiling point. This was on the way, simmering nicely, and I had a great time. Can't wait for next week's. Oh, that's tomorrow. Ta-ta.